CN server has had their anniversary, so you guys know what time it is. It is the poll recommendations flowchart. As always, it's on sin.gg, link in the description, pinned comment to see it for yourself. But since I'm here for a video, why not we talk through all the upcoming banners, not just the flowchart. So if you want specific details on any Sinner mentioned here, I've updated all Sinners mini guides on Sin, so you can check their individual pages directly. Now let's get the three most important suspects out of the way. The Queen Mother, Queen and Princess of Path to Nowhere, Shin, Jelena and LL. Shin I strongly recommend at S0 because overall she just amps so much and she makes things a lot easier. I wouldn't worry about chasing S1 or S3 if you are F2P or short on cubes. They are nice to have but not actually compulsory. The key point of S0 is that she buffs attack and normal attack damage by a lot and also fills the healer slot, making her one of the best picks for any normal attacking team like Summer, Adela and so on. S3 just makes her even more OP, but she's already really good at S0. As for the Queen, when this video goes up, Jelena's banner should be active on the global server. Please, it's a dead horse beaten up to the extremes on this channel at this point. Pull Jelena. Yes, there are a lot of good S ranks to get during anniversary, but at least attempt to get S0 Jelena. Every video I have where someone complains, oh I can't clear because I don't have meta sinners, it's always out of Jelena, out of LL. On top of that, some of the top DPSs at the moment, RF Summer, Necresta Hela, and now RF Adela on the Chinese server, they all can use Jelena. She's also part of Arcane Crit, and even RF11 can make good use of Jelena. Please just pull Jelena. With LL, she has a directional in October with Rahu. Y'all know my feelings on directionals at this point. I do not like them. They are a scam with a 35% win, 65% lose rate on the S rank you chose. This is because you get a 35% chance on the S rank you chose, 35% chance on the other featured S rank, so Rahu in this case, and the last 30% is a random other S rank. A caveat is that we know Rahu just got a reforge on the Chinese server, so we're getting it in about 3 months from now. Reforged Rahu is not bad at all. I wouldn't specifically pull for her, but if you spook her or you already have her, she becomes a really strong tank with decent mobbing abilities. She has a 40% physical damage taken amp, very easy to apply and keep uptime on from a buffed passive too. She does lack core breaks, unlike Moore, who has a similar 40% physical damage dealt amp, but Rahu is not energy or crime brand reliant and you don't have to press anything on her except let her stand there spinning once in a while, whereas you do have to manage Moore's buffs and uptime. So they are a little different, which I like. I think this makes it worth trying to pull S0LL on this banner if you just don't have her at all. But again, consider if you're willing to risk the worst win rate on her. Alternatively, if you're willing to spend money during anniversary, I strongly suggest buying LL on the S rank selector. Again, only if you're willing to spend money on anniversary. And then you can exchange Jelena with gold tickets because Jelena should be in the shop in November. Otherwise, I'm staring at you in the soul as I tell you to pull Jelena. Pull Jelena. Oh, look at her. Look at her beautiful meta face. Look at her gorgeous damage amp. You want to pull Jelena so bad. Now after that, after Jelena's banner, should be Millie pretty soon. It's coming in a couple of days, in a week or so. TLDR, if you do not have a complete magic damage team already, you can pull S0 Millie. She's a best in slot magic support, decent sub DPS. If you already have a complete magic damage team, you can safely skip as there are many alternatives to her. Personally, I'm running straight over for S3 Millie because she's one of 11's best supports. I'll do anything for 11. Even if you don't pull Millie, make sure you clear the first day of her event and get a free copy of Cassian, the A rank, because he can do some pretty neat tricks with his self-reviving gimmick. Another thing that arrives with Millie is a free S rank selector for all chiefs. It's limited to choosing from the new beginner banner options. Beginner banners getting changed in Millie's patch as well. I would definitely advise choosing Summer or Bai here if you don't have them. If you do, their shackles can be nice, maybe not Bai's, those don't really matter, or Demon Shackles to slowly work towards S4 for shield stacking. The selector should have Ati, Ovo, Bai, Demon, Hamel, Cabernet, Langley, Serpent, Summer, Irene and Zoya. It's really unfortunate Adela isn't on there. I wouldn't recommend picking Serpent unless you already have everyone else, or you want to play Serpent as a teammate for Catherine. As a main DPS, I think Reforged Summer and Bai are still kind of more worth it at low shackles overall. After that is Yugu's Routine Arrest. I would say she's skippable generally. If you play a huge amount of Arcane Crit or Reforged Bai and you also don't have OWO, then consider getting S0, but while strong in her niche, she's not a must-have compared to the other banners in the next couple of months. Her shackles are a scam, just stop at S0. Together with Yugu should be the Summer, Oak Casket, Stargazer and 11 Collective Arrest. How Collective Arrests work is that you pick one S rank for a 50% rate up, and if you lose, the spook can only be one of the other 3 S ranks featured on the banner. This one has the Series 2 Reforged Sinners. Because of the melee patch selector, I do not recommend pulling Summer here, just choose her from the selector. What I would recommend is for those who miss Ying Ying, and thus you can't play Arcane Crit, pull 11 here and Reforge her. Reforged 11 is extremely strong across all content types, and I'm not being biased when I say that. A skilled player can clear Dark Zone with subpar supports as 011 Reforge, and she stands very proudly in the list of current sinners who can clear 200 million damage without shield stacking. That's Reforged Summer, Reforged Adela, Necresta Hela, and Reforged 11. If you already have Arcane Crit, then I don't see the need to force yourself to invest in yet another team. But if you choose to, 11 is definitely worth it. I would recommend S1 and 11 to make your own life easy if possible. In terms of meta, you don't really have to pull Oak or Stargazer specifically. Their Reforges are more like making them usable rather than making them OP, so they're not must pulls. After that, Synex is a skip in the meta, sorry. She's instantly outclassed by Ceto after just a month as a true damage Emperor. She just kinda doesn't bring anything to the table for a true damage team. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the anniversary banners. We have Catherine, Augustus, and Rahu as our limited S rank, and Necresta Hela as our non-limited S rank. Both of them are really good. I've made videos fully reviewing each one, so watch those if you want to know specifically about them. Overall, I think casual chiefs who want to chill, don't mult for endgame content like Peak Test Path Max Score or TOA should get S1 Catherine, while milder chiefs who do want to challenge endgame content should go for as many shackles as you are comfortable with on Necresta Hela. Necresta is complete at S0, but all her shackles are good, even S5. And then if you really end up enjoying playing Catherine, S3 is quite strong and should AFK you through most casual, regular content like story, BFL, events, mania training, that kind of stuff. S4 Catherine is actually strong, but we jokingly call it a glam shackle because it makes her sword glow golden to indicate that it has more stacks. It's up to you how far you go. Either way, you won't be disappointed with both of the anniversary S ranks. Together with anniversary, past limiteds are rerunning too, and this time it's Zero and Shalom. If you pull for Necresta Hela, I strongly recommend you pull S1 Zero with her, as they are perfect synergies in Necresta Hela's best team, and Zero is just a good carry herself, plus an all-rounder codebreaker as well. Do not stop at Zero shackles, or, well, Zero, as Zero does not let her gain enough energy to do anything but barely sustain her ult 2 form without giving her more powers. And it kind of defeats the purpose of wanting her to be a general codebreaker, you know? Shalom is optional. Personally, I really like having her for random challenge content reasons and her interrogation. She's still very popular and used frequently, but you can safely skip her in terms of meta, no worries. In the midst of anniversary, we get a random Angell and Bianca Directional. Both of these are definitely skips. Why pull Bianca when you can just pull the much stronger, much more versatile Necresta Hela or Zero for physical damage? And then there's Reforged Adela coming, Reforged Summer. There's just no reason. The tail end of anniversary, meanwhile, should have Graves' Routine Arrest, which is overall skippable. You can pull S0 or S1 if you want to play Umbra Core team with Necresta Hela, but that's again optional since there are a lot of other team comps and synergies available to Necresta Hela, so don't worry about this banner. Ceto should be in late November, and she's kind of like a more support-like version of Zero, multi-core breaker with some damage of her own. I've also made a detailed video explaining her and rating her, but basically Ceto is overall great for those who end up enjoying playing Catherine a lot and want a dedicated amper and core breaker for her in the true damage team. Ceto's also not bad for those who miss Zero as a versatile core breaker, but she does have an ult shape that's more finicky, though S0 Ceto can deal 6 core damage to a TOA boss no problem when played right. I definitely recommend Zero over Ceto if you get the choice, but yeah, Ceto's not bad at all herself. If you aren't very into true damage team, you already have Zero, then Ceto's very much skippable without worries. The last of our future sight as of now is the Coco and Lady Pearl Directional in December. Both of these are currently skips, honestly. Unless Coco suddenly gets a reforge that makes her super OP, we'll see. We have time to wait out and plan ahead anyway, so that's fine. If Coco does get a strong reforge, then pulling S0 Ceto becomes more valuable, but nothing's certain right now. I want to make a special note here about reforged Adela. Maybe after this video goes up, she ends up being on a collective arrest like the previous set of reforges have when they were released. I don't know, I don't work at ICE now. If it does happen, I can say Adela's reforge is super strong, like Necresta Hela level strong. I plan to make a separate video about her because I find her very fun to play now, and I want to explain in a more casual, friendly way how her reforge combines together to be so strong. Adela is absolutely worth getting as 04, especially if you have Jelena. Which surely you should, because you watched this video, right? Right? Anyway, that's all we know for now, Chief. Hope this helps with your planning for polls. I myself definitely going all in on the Necresta Hela. I also really enjoyed playing her on the Chinese server. I'm very excited to see where the story goes from here. I've heard its peak all the way from Shin to Anniversary, so let's look forward to it together. That's all for the main part of this video. It's the end now, so here's the deal. Trade offer. You comment on this video something you love about Path to Nowhere and why, and you get your name put into a giveaway for a full set of Rahu's official Commie Plus collaboration merch, the wedding one. The quality of these are great, and I have a set of 11's merch for myself. I love it. You don't need to follow, subscribe, or like or whatever. It's not that I don't want more followers, but honestly, trying to sort for all of those conditions is such a hassle, I can't be bothered. So just comment something you love about Path to Nowhere on this video and why. It could be your most memorable scene in the game, your favorite sinner, team comp you really enjoy playing, memes that Ice creates, soundtracks of a certain event, anything about our beloved game. Let's reminisce together on the great story and experience we've had with Path to Nowhere for this anniversary. I'll be drawing the name of the winner on the 18th of November, so about 2 months' time. If you are chosen, I will reply to your comment asking you to DM me on Discord or send me an email with the address you want me to post it to. I'll cover shipping, so all you have to do is wait to get the merch. Of course, this does mean you have to tell me an address, so you need to be sure you're comfortable with doing that. I'm looking forward to recounting all the details of the game and story with you guys. Anyway, it's really the end of this video now. Comment, okay? See you in the next one. Bye bye! And pull Jelena!